So I want to make a response video before I even have something to respond to. But I need to take this opportunity to try and explain something. And it has to do with consciousness. Do you understand consciousness and how consciousness works? Every 2,000 years, there is a shift in consciousness. It shifted 2,000 years ago when Jesus walked the earth. He brought in a new kind of consciousness. It's called the light. And he came into a world that was wrapped in darkness. And Jesus was the light that came into that darkness. 2,000 years have passed, and another age has passed, and a new consciousness shift is coming in again. It's actually not a new one. It is the same consciousness that Jesus brought, but it didn't take foothold when he seeded it into the earth, because religion came along and snuffed out the light. And religion created a global collective consciousness that was centered around the person of Jesus, as Jesus as the eternal God. Now you have to remember 2,000 years of repetitive messages proclaiming Jesus as God, as the eternal God, the eternal light, was seeded into the collective consciousness of the human soul. Consciousness is awareness, meaning that is all that our soul is aware of, and it by default becomes the only truth. But is that the only truth? Now that is the thing that comes into question. Now I don't know why I was chosen for this, to be a carrier of this new consciousness for this new age. All I know from the experience that I have had with you, the particular person I'm talking to, in the soul merge, is that I was given keys and codes for this new consciousness. And I happen to be a front runner of this new consciousness, which is not new, which is the same consciousness Jesus tried to bring into the world. But it's new for this age. It's renewed because it had gotten lost because of the Christian religion, the Roman Catholic Church hijacking the message. I don't know why I was gifted with this and chosen for this, but I am here and I'm carrying the codes, and I am one of the people that is seeding this new consciousness into the collective soul of humanity. I was also given a word that I would virtually go through hell, the dark night of the soul of losing all of my former beliefs, that I would emerge victorious, and then I would help set many people free. How will I help set many people free? Well, I know, and I believe, but I know it is through this new consciousness. And that brings me now to the topic of Jesus appearing in near-death experiences. It is natural and organic that Jesus would appear in the majority of near-death experiences, especially of people that grew up in this Western world, in the Christian world. Because that is the consciousness that I have just talked about. 2,000 years worth of collective Jesus consciousness. Consciousness is the way our soul perceives. And with the conscious awareness of and the message of Jesus being eternal God, our soul is going to encounter Jesus Christ in the near-death experience, beyond the veil. It has to happen that way because that is the consciousness. Now, this consciousness is going to change. And this is nothing to say against Jesus. We're all working together for the expansion of the human soul and earth and the human race. And the expansion is to bring sovereignty, spiritual sovereignty. And that is by bringing Jesus' message again. And his message was that of you and the Father are one, and all of you are gods. I like to say all of you are God. All of you are a manifestation of Source God, of the Father. You're essentially God Source consciousness pushed out into matter, and you've manifested that as your human self, as is also everything else in creation, the trees, the animals, the plants, everything. Everything is God Source consciousness pushed out into matter. So this is the new message, which is not a new message, which is Jesus' message. So I'm trying to bring this forth. I'm not trying to make enmity with Jesus or the light that he was. But I'm trying to bring his same message and empower humanity. Like all of my friends, and you included, you're all in love with Jesus and all following Jesus and trusting Jesus. But every one of you is still experiencing stress and turmoil on the inside. And some of my friends drink, some of my friends smoke to try and help keep balance in your inner being. And I'm not saying this as a judgment of what you're doing. I understand and I support anything that would help you maintain a calm balance on the inside. But I have a message, I have a consciousness that can help you, not needing to rely on any kind of substance to maintain your inner peace. I have a message that will set people free. And I'm going to keep sharing it. And because I know what I'm talking about. I know the peace that passes all understanding that cannot be disturbed. And I know how we can maintain it and have it. And so that is what I wish to convey. I wish to break through the old barrier of consciousness that was centered around Jesus. And I want to open up into a new field. And I hope that you can be open-minded enough to explore this with me. I believe I can help set people free. I believe I can do greater works than Jesus did. And even he said so, that I would do that we would do that. But we have to come into this consciousness. And that's what I'm here to share, and I'm be more than willing to share that and help all of us become free and enjoy the permanence of the peace of God that passes all understanding and that passes all substance abuse and use, where we don't need to rely on these things to keep us calm and tranquil. There is a way to be tranquil and peaceful, and I look forward to sharing that with you. So hopefully this helps, and hopefully this intrigues you of wanting to know more. I'm going to have to go and do my shopping now. You have a wonderful day.